Team Believe and Achieve's second team call. I'm going to start off with a quote that I feel is fitting. I just need to screen share real quick. Give me a second. Never give up on something you can't go a day without thinking about. I think this quote is awesome because I know that it hasn't been easy for all of us or any of us at times. And I know with me and this business, it's on my mind constantly. I want to be the best I can be at it. And even when the times are tough, you have to be positive. So thought that this would be a good little opener for you all. And so now I'm going to go over the agenda. Lindsay's going to start, and she's going to discuss with everybody how she emails her leads, what she says to them that's working. She's getting a lot of response from her leads, which is awesome. And she's also going to go into about this fitness community she's running. I'm actually doing one too, which she's going to talk about what's going on with it and how she runs it. She's doing awesome with it. And then are we going to talk about Coach Basics, kind of our ETA, Lindsay? Yeah? I think it's frozen. I think Lindsay just got kicked off. So I believe she's going to talk about that. I'm back. Sorry, I'm new at this. So, and then I'm going to discuss a little bit about what an e-card is. I just recently discovered this in the back office, and it's really cool, actually. It's hello, welcome back. It's a really cool feature that I found. I also am just going to give you guys little reminders about stuff that's going on and talk about, this end of the month push. So take it away, Lindsay.
Yay. Sorry about that. And I'm back to my screen. Derek finished Body Beast. I was like, you're not stretching. Stretch in the other room. So yeah, hi everybody. So I think what I was supposed to start off with was talking about emailing leads. And I think I watched, shockingly, a video in the back office that Beachbody provided us. There are some good things over there for sure. And I don't remember even how I stumbled upon it, but they were talking about emailing your leads. And they were talking about emailing in a way that you basically need to make it as short as possible. And I think I saw that somewhere else too. So I decided the email that I was using, I feel like was too long. So I really trimmed it down. I got rid of a lot of the excess information, and I just was like, tell me about yourself. I'm your new coach. Let's connect by this weekend. Because of my limited camera stuff, I'm not going to be able to screen share the exact template that I'm using, but I will post under this call the exact words that I used. And since I changed that, I think I've connected with 3 people, not every single person, definitely, but that's more than I've ever connected with since I started, or since I started getting leads. So I just wanted to, throw that out there. It doesn't, it's not a 100% no fail thing, but I think some of the templates that we were given, I don't know, probably through some of the other team stuff was just a little too long. So I thought I would share that with everyone that has been working for me as of right now, at least. So that was one thing. Carrie, any questions on that? Or comments?
No. Oh, are you going to put it in the file section?
I can put it in the file section, and then I'll just copy and paste it right under the team call too.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
I'll do both.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
Because I guess the file section will outlast that team call, but then at least the people who are watching it can get it right away.
Right.
Okay, and then the other thing that I've been kind of playing with, or I recently started, is my fitness community and basically running kind of a revolving door challenge group. And I think I opened it in June or beginning of June, maybe about a week later. I have about 40 people in it. So it's all of my pretty active clients, like people who I'm definitely still talking to. And I know we mentioned, did we mention it in the last team call? Doing the revolving challenge?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So yeah, I think I've had conversations. I talked about it when I met the rest of the team in Santa Clarita when I was down there. We were kind of going over it, and then Brittany as well. So I guess I've had individual conversations with people, but never just, you know, in this kind of setting. So yeah, some successes I've been having with it. So the concept is that there is no challenge group per se that I'm running every month. And instead, I'm just maintaining a fitness community that has 40 people in it. But you know, what started out as just kind of like, hey, there's this spot, you know, I wasn't really posting, they weren't really posting that much. A couple people would randomly, which I think is good. I did decide to run a 2-week challenge, like a 14-day challenge that started on Monday. And so how I basically promoted it, I only promoted it in my group. In the community. And I said, we have a bunch of new people coming on board. I sold a bunch of challenge packs last week. And so I had 10 new people. And I was like, all these new people are coming in. We're going to do a 14-day challenge. So it's essentially the same thing as a challenge group. But what I like about it, I was talking to Carrie about this, is I don't have to create, you know, a new banner and discuss a name and upload files. I mean, we know that that takes a lot of time. So instead, I just have this mini challenge group or 14-day challenge. I am doing prizes. I am doing, and I'm just keeping it as basic as possible. I'm basically saying the person who posts the most in the first week gets a small prize for me. Just really basic. Yes, I'm gonna keep track of that. I will spend those minutes, you know, that I'm gonna have to spend counting the post from when it started. But in the end, I think that's still less time than kind of creating a whole new group and all that other stuff that went with challenge groups. So it you know, kind of revamped some people who weren't doing it recently, who are old, you know, veterans, I guess, in my groups. And then the new people walk in and, you know, they think this is how, you know, how it is all the time. And, you know, I think it's a good way to just get everyone going again. So it's been doing really well. People are totally posting. And I think, you know, it's like any challenge group. When we first start, we get so much interaction, and then it kind of dies off. There might be something, I'll report back in a couple weeks how the second week goes. But since it's only 2 weeks, even though obviously the 21-day fix is three weeks, I think it, you know, will keep everyone energized. And then maybe at the end of 2 weeks, I'll ask if they want to add another week or something like that, and I'll just kind of see what everyone's feeling. The kind of idea behind having a community rather than a challenge group is, you know, I think the people that have been around for a long time were welcoming people that were coming in. And so I kind of like release a batch, I guess, into my community. And so I recently had a post that said, you know, there are 10 new people on board, introduce yourselves, you know, say hi. You know, not everybody introduced themselves, but most of them did. So yeah, it's kind of is very similar to a challenge group, but with less structure, I guess, but in a good way. Like, people were posting Shakeology pics and I didn't even tell them to. I was just like, just post about what's happening, post motivation, post meals, post whatever. And people just started doing it. And these are people who, by the way, weren't in an original challenge group. So I think it is, I was concerned about that. I remember when we were first, Carrie and I were first talking about doing communities instead of challenge groups. And, you know, one of the concerns was, you know, are they going to participate? Will they feel like there's structure and all of that? And I feel like when you open it up, they still end up doing similar things that a challenge group has. So, you know, I'll report back. I think the other idea with the communities too that I wanted to mention was that it takes the pressure off, I guess, where people don't feel like they're failing because they're still a part of the community. So maybe they're just watching, but they're not trying to get a prize, but they're still seeing everything. I got the, you know, messages from some of my clients that were saying like, oh, I didn't want to post because I felt like I wasn't doing it right or that I was failing. So if the challenges are happening within a community, then that means they're already somewhat trusting of the people that are in that community. It's not this like just new group of people, and it's not set up just to be a challenge that you either win or you lose. It's like a mini fun thing that we do already in our community. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, what else? Any other things that you want me to mention about it, Carrie? Something that pops in your head?
No, you pretty much said it all. I mean, I wanted to add too that I've followed Lindsay's lead. She's kind of been my mentor, I guess, with it, you'd say.
I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah.
Her idea, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, so I have one running too, and it's starting off to a slow start, but you know, I'm gonna be doing a mini challenge as well, and hopefully have more interaction. So, yeah, you covered it. It's good.
Yeah. And I just want to say mine started off really slow too. So, you know, if you're thinking that you might want to do a community rather than some challenge groups, I know it's scary because it's not what we like typically hear people doing. But, you know, I just wanted a space where all my clients were, and I just wanted them to be in one place. And so, you know, they don't know any different. So we basically create the experience that they, you know, are going to have. So when I first created it, people were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And, you know, they had already been in challenge groups. So a lot of them probably came in going like, okay, what's this going to be? And it was slow, and I was on vacation, and, you know, I think it really is, you know, they are going to follow what you do. And so I just started posting. I started posting pictures of me working out, you know, and stuff like that. And then once the official day happened, like Monday happened, everyone started posting. So, so yeah, I think there's still a ton of similarities. I don't think we're doing anything that crazy by not hosting challenge groups. I mean, the way I talk about it on my Facebook page, rather than being, you know, yeah, take my challenge, it's more like join my community and there's going to be fun prizes. So I don't know, you're just kind of flipping the language that we're used to have happen. So it fit more, it aligned more with my idea of, you know, Beachbody helping me because other people were there going through the same thing. So I think we're still keeping that mentality. It's just now, you know, when it gets to 100 people, is it going to be as cool? I don't know, but I think it depends on, you know, I don't necessarily want everyone to post every day forever, because that's going to be really stressful. So we do this challenge, we bust our butts for like 2 to 3 weeks. And then we, you know, chill a little bit and then bust our butt for a few weeks. So I think that's okay. I think that mimics life. You know, I don't think we could keep a challenge group forever. Like, it doesn't seem possible. So anyways, that's my conception of it.
Yeah. And as far as like, you know, because I remember being worried about like, well, how am I going to get new people into this group? How am I going to promote it, kind of thing. And I actually love it, because now it's like, especially this month with the 21-day fix, you know, it's like I'm promoting the program and then saying, oh, I have 5 spots open to my fitness community or accountability group, you know, so it doesn't what's the word, hurt in any way, you know, not having like, oh, you know, a name like my summer sizzler challenge, you know, it doesn't hurt it in any way having it not be a different group every time.
Exactly. So yeah. So if you have any questions, you can respond in the comments below the video, and I'll let you guys know. And if anyone wants in on my group and just wants to take a peek at it, let me know. I'm more than happy to add you. And yeah, I'm kind of figuring out this stuff as it goes, as we go along. So, you know, I do want to start some sort of like application process. I in my head, I'm definitely going to email people weekly. There was one of my clients is an old friend from college, and she hasn't posted in Facebook, and I guess she got sick, whatever. But I emailed her because her, you know, home direct was going to come in, and I wanted to make sure she knew about the club thing, the club membership. And she responded back, and she basically just was like, oh yeah, so this happened and everything's great, and I feel happy. And so it's like, we never connected on Facebook. She wanted to connect on email. So I'm trying to come up with a way, you know, to find out what people want. Do you want me to Facebook message you? Do you want me to email you? Do you want me to text you? Like, those are your 3 options. How do you want me to talk and catch up with you? Because I'm finding that some people don't use Facebook Messenger. They just don't have it. And so my message will just sit out there waiting for them to respond. So what I'm working on and haven't officially done yet is have some sort of check-in system that ideally is going to happen on Sundays, and it's going to be either email, text, or Facebook, and they're going to expect it, and they know they have to talk to me, that day. So that's something I'm trying to work on. But I think that also, scale it out to 100+ people. Sending out an email to everybody in your email list in your group, is totally possible. And those who respond back are those who are engaging, and those who don't. So anyways, that's how I see the scaling out part. But that's something I want to work on. So there's definitely some things I want to work on. And as I develop this stuff, I'll let you guys know what's working and what isn't, for me at least.
Awesome.
So
do we want to talk about Coach Basics at all?
Yeah, I know we didn't talk about it before we got on the call. Coach Basics, we still, it's an item on Carrie and I's to-do list to work on. And I think I'm thinking a deadline of, I don't know if we're going to talk about Summit at all, but Carrie and I are going to Summit, and I know some other people are going to Summit. So I'm expecting to come out of Summit just like Beachbody fire, and I'm just going to want to crank out everything. So I know it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen before Summit. I would like to try to get started, and then maybe us come out of Summit with the goal to finish it completely and be able to launch it to you guys. I don't know if everyone caught, I don't know, Carrie, if it was in the other group, or the Jen Richardson's Coaching Basics template. Oh, yeah. Maybe you and I can talk about that later. So anyways, I think there is some talk about how Coach Basics are being run, I guess, with some of the leadership. And I think a lot of people are talking about, having people do Coaching Basics before even dropping them in the team pages, which I think is kind of an interesting concept, and allows them to be focused. But that's something we can decide that we want to do as a team or not when we have Coach Basics ready to unleash to everybody. But hopefully, I bet once we sit down to actually do it, it's just going to happen. That's kind of how I work in general. But so yeah, hopefully end of July, I guess. July 31st is the launch date that we'll work on.
Yeah, I know, because I was thinking today, I'm going to have a coach that's going to be running the biz soon. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I'm afraid to throw her into the existing one.
Yeah.
But, and wishing that we had it together. But we will, guys. So.
Yeah. And I mean, we all made it, right? We just have to figure out, and so even, hopefully, Coach, we get it up and going, and it does wonders for us. But in the meantime, we still have resources. It's not like we're, flying blindly or anything. It's just, it's not as good as we'd like it to be, I guess. It's not up to the standards that we think it could be. And I think that's what's cool about us trying to, change that. So it'll get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys a cool feature that I found in the back office that I'm not sure if you guys have seen. I'm surprised I never noticed it before, but I'm going to do a screen share here. I can get my mouse. Okay. So let me just get it on the right page. Where am I? Okay. So I'm in my back office here. Can you guys see the full screen?
5 points, woot woot.
I know, right? I woke up to that. I was like, okay, so basically it's called an e-card, and you get there by going to My Desk, and then right here, My e-cards, and create an e-card. So what an e-card is really awesome. So it's really cool. They have already set up for you the 21-day fix challenge pack, the kickstart, all of the previews for all the challenge packs. They have them by category here. It's just really cool. So basically what it does, I'm gonna send one myself. So you email it, you click on which one you want to email, and then it has your information there. And then this is what it sends to them. It shows everything about the 21-day fix.
Wow, that's really cool.
Has my information on there. And they click learn more, all that. So when you're in process then and you want to send it, you press next. And then you put in, an email subject. So in this case, it'd be 21-day fix challenge pack. And then email address. I'll send it to myself. And then send now. And it sends. So basically, I've been using this. I've used it a few times after I have somebody who is who is already going to order. They're set and ready to go. I've already had all the conversations with them that I need to have. And so this just makes it super easy. Let me get to my email somehow. Here we go. So here's my email. And here's the e-card that was sent. So I just click on that. And I think I have to press show images. Okay. So that's what'll pop up in their email. Exactly what it shows. And then just press learn more. And then it says, more about it and everything. Oh, wow. And it takes you right there to sign up, get your Shakeology, add to cart, get all set up. So it's super duper easy. It's because to me, obviously for obvious reasons, it's easy instead of, in the past being like, okay, go to my link, then, let me stop screen sharing. Yeah, having them jump through the loops of going to your link, then going to the shop, having to go through the steps of explaining. So I was like amazed when I saw him, and I was just playing around back there. I'm like, what's an e-card? So I think that's a really good tool for you guys to know.
I have a question. So does it show on I saw e-card manager and I saw whatever, and it said stage and it said sending and then sent. Does it show if they read it? Does it show if they opened the card?
Good question.
Because I know that email has that feature kind of. So I was wondering if that's a thing. Because that would be really cool to know, like, they opened it. Because when, if they know, like, it could have gone to spam or whatever.
Yeah. I'll screen share again and look.
Derek, you want to flex for the camera? Beast? No. Beast day 8. Especially. Yeah. So funny. Oh, he's starving.
Okay. Let me make it out of there. Okay, e-card details. I guess.
So see, it says sent. It should say open then, huh?
Settings. No, we don't want that. Let me go to
e-card manager.
Go to my folders where it has my sent mail.
Ah.
No, it's not showing my e-cards.
Oh, that's weird. Well, is it because you sent it from your Yahoo account?
No, I sent it from my Beachbody account.
Ah.
So manage my e-cards. That's what you were talking about. Okay. Yeah, it shows.
It just says sent.
Yeah, and I know that
you opened it.
Yeah. So I guess not status sent.
Bummer.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks. That's the one thing I don't like about email. In general. So
cool though, still super useful. So I always like it too. I think that I've been using the Coach Mobile like as my way of setting up, I'm like, I'll pick their flavor, I'll pick everything, and then they just have to click through, which I like because the flavor thing is confusing. But sometimes people want to, you know, see, because I like how it actually explains what's in the challenge pack and stuff, and like a little more details about the challenge pack so they know what they're really getting. So yeah, I don't know, but that's neat.
Like I had a girl be like, oh, I have to talk to my husband more about it. So I was like, hey, well, what's your email? I'll send you this e-card and you can show this to him.
Perfect.
He ordered like right after, so I'm sure it helped. And that's also if you're using your Teen Beachbody account to email. I started not to. I was actually told not to by Megan. And I don't know why, and I don't think she remembers telling me that because I talked to her later about it, and she's like, oh yeah, I use whichever one. So I've been using my Beachbody account to email leads back, especially, and the e-cards.
Okay.
That's about it. So yeah, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to remind you guys about the new rule with the club membership and customers when they order a challenge pack. I know that I posted something in the team page, but this is like super important, you guys, because I have actually lost a coach in the very beginning when I started. It was a coach though, not a customer, but I didn't know that she'd get charged. But this, you know, now your customers will get charged if they, you know, don't opt out of getting the club membership, and they may not know. So you need to let them know and like really kind of hold their hand through it and check on them and make sure, because I mean, the last thing we want is for our customers to get mad and frustrated and leave. So, yeah. So like I said, oh, and I want to remind you guys too, apparently I haven't checked it out because I haven't like, you know, I don't think I even can go and like sign up myself to see how it works, but there is an option, I guess, to check to not be enrolled in it when they are signing up. So just make sure they are informed is the whole thing, and then double check with them and triple check if you have to.
So I have a couple of questions. So the first is when they place an order, and let's say they don't uncheck it, they select it, but they don't even realize they select it, which I think is probably likely. I'm going to try to, sign up somebody, I don't know, do a fake email or something and see, and I'll let you guys know if I'm successful in that, and I'll take screenshots. But will it show up in their order history? So if I order it and I order a challenge pack and I unselect the club, I see that and I'm like, no, I don't want that, and I unselect it and I move on. Does my order history, the person who unselected it, not show a club membership, and the person who selected it show one? So then we could at least check the order history and know that that person didn't choose. And so we don't have to talk to them about it, because they might, you know, be like, what are you talking about? And then them not have to worry about it. You know what do you see what I'm saying? Like, will we be able to know who picked it and who didn't?
Right. Have you had anyone order a challenge pack since the 18th? What
day is it? I'll look right now. I think I might have actually. I'm opening my back office right now. My other question is, and this might be like a team page question, you know, larger team page question, but are you guys talking about it in your discussion of challenge packs? Like, are you mentioning, warning them about it or telling them? Like, because I haven't done that. And I'm just wondering how that conversation might change.
I'm not. I haven't yet. I guess I don't know if I will, to be honest. I mean, not in the initial, you know, parts of the conversations. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've really
that's
thought
why
it out.
I'm wondering, that might be an interesting larger team question. I don't know exactly how to phrase it, but it's like, so let's say someone's like, oh, how much is this? And you're, you know, I have my little way of talking about it. But yeah, I mean, it could be a plus to be like, you can select into, you know, watching it on demand and use it at the gym and stuff like that, which I've done, and it's cool and it works. But the one thing I'm scared of is being like, yeah, so you try it for 30 days, you know, and then it's like, but I want you to know they'll charge you $40 on day 31. Right. And then it's like, oh, so now it's 190, not 150. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hear you on the, maybe I don't say anything, see if they select it, and then talk to them about what they selected. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you know what, as you're saying, I was thinking back, I have with coaches that sign up right off the bat. So I probably won't and what I do is after they order and stuff, I'll be like, okay, so you are, well, I don't know, because now they have the option to like opt out of it. So I'd probably bring it up at the end and be like, hey, this is your option, blah, blah, blah. But, and then tell them like, you know, make sure you cancel it within 30 days, you know, the whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to wait.
Our like coaches,
usually.
Our coaches, do coaches have the option to opt out now or no? They're automatic.
Good question. I don't know. I would assume, well, I don't know. I shouldn't assume, but I would think maybe it would be the same, but I don't know though, because yeah, it's always been automatic for coaches. So
yeah. Okay. So I had someone order on the 19th and it does not show a club order, but they ordered a challenge pack. So it's just the typical, you know how they include everything. So you'd think they'd show the club, right?
Right. So yeah, you just have to get a hold of them and like you basically, well, you know, certain people are different than others, but in my experience kind of have to baby them, or I even, you know, tell them, I actually most of the time end up canceling it for them. Just do a live chat, have their info and cancel it.
Yeah.
That's for coaches though. It's different for customers.
Yeah, no, totally. So I had, this is interesting. Okay. So I had Derek's mom's sister. So my, I don't know, aunt-in-law. Anyways, she ordered a challenge pack a while ago, May 20th. And all of a sudden I get a message saying that her club membership was billed. And I was like, I didn't sign her up as a coach. So the second I saw it, I canceled it, whatever. So I look back at her order date and it says that on the 20th, she, you know, it shows everything she ordered, right? All that shit. And then one of the last things is the Team Beachbody Club standalone 30-day free trial. Now, any person who buys a challenge pack has the option to opt in, right? It's just most people don't, so we don't realize it. Well, I guess she did, but I didn't know, and it shows up in the order. So my guess, and don't quote me on this, but my guess is if they opt in, it shows up in their order history. Then you know that they chose. So I went in and I canceled for her and I told Debbie to tell her sister and she didn't. And then she messaged me because she got, you know how you get the chat emailed to you? She's like, this is a scam. I didn't sign up. And I was just like, oh my God, it was me. Like, I didn't want you to have to think about it. I mean, luckily I'm friends with this person. It's a family, like it's fine. But that's the kind of shit that you don't want to have happen, especially if you don't know.
Totally. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess it's our responsibility when someone places a challenge pack order to go in there and look at exactly what they ordered. And if you see that standalone that they selected in, you need to tell them what they selected into and that you will warn them or whatever. Just say, hey, you know, I'll message you in 2 to 3 weeks to make sure you like it, right? Or I'll check in with you next week to see if you've signed in yet, you know, and tested it. So
yeah, you have to be on top of that. I even go as far as being on top of things when people order, because I warn them that they have to edit in their flavor of Shakeology or strawberry, and it happened to me when I signed up. So I know, and I know I'm not, you know, I know I'm a smart person, but so I've caught it twice where I've told people when they haven't, and so when they order, I go as far as to check and then tell them, hey, did you mean to order strawberry?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's smart.
I'm just saying, like, yes. So my point is just to be on top of every order, coach, customer, just be on top of it so we can so we can give the best customer coach service, you know.
Definitely.
Okay, so, and yeah, so I'm just gonna finish up with kind of an end of the month, you know, push. We have a week left of the month. My month has been up and down. I hit Success Club today, which was good. I hope all of you are working towards it. We have actually the most of you ever this month board. Yeah, which is awesome. We should all be proud of ourselves. I'm proud of you guys. So basically, you know, if you're having trouble, honestly, I know it's hard and it's hard for me to do it, but I've been going back to like old messages and kind of, you know, just messaging people being like, you know, hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, you know, kind of messages. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Like, the worst they can do is ignore you, right? And yeah, I mean, oh, and with your posts too, especially with the 21-day fix, like transformation pictures get a lot of traffic. So if you're, you know, needing some of that, definitely post a transformation picture. Make sure you're telling a story to draw people in. That's super important. You know, just to make people relate to you. And I mean, that's how I've gotten most of my people. They're just not, you know, seeing like, oh, get this for $10 kind of thing. So, but yeah, so we got this. I want you all to, you know, stay positive. I've had a few letdowns this week. I've had 2 coaches cancel on me, or I've had to cancel for them because I'm nice like that. And, but, you know, I stayed positive, and I actually woke up this morning with an extra Success Club point. So I hit SC because I had emailed a lead a while back and told her about Home Direct, and she ended up ordering. She didn't respond to me, but she ended up ordering Home Direct. So, you know, everything comes full circle is my point. So, you know, we got this, you guys, and I'm really proud of you this month. I mean, it's just, we're growing, and everyone's doing a really good job. So I guess that would be it. Lindsay, you got a nice quote.
Yeah, I do have a quote. And I actually felt similar, you know, when you hit those like valleys of, oh shit, like, what am I doing? On the other side of that is like the positive things that happen. I hit that too. I don't even think I've talked to Carrie about that. I hit that about a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, actually 2 weeks ago. And I was, when that person posted, you guys all probably saw it since you're all my friend, but the person who commented on my 21-day fix post and was, said something about selling, I don't know, if I'm selling a product, I should be honest or something. And it was a friend, Derek's colleague.
Like, who is that?
Yeah, it's a person I know, but also a person who's very, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, doesn't really think things through, like think about like what they're actually saying. And so Derek was like, don't take it personally. Like, she's not really like targeting you. And I'm like, yeah, but it feels like it, you know? And so that was a rough night. And I was like, it was the worst day for it to happen because I was already starting to feel really down about teaching. And then I was like, great, now you're basically telling me that my business thing that I'm doing is terrible. So I'm sitting, no joke, like crying on Derek's lap. Like, maybe I'm not doing this right. I had actually gotten an email from my advisor too that said something about protein shakes. She tried Shakeology and hated it. She's the one person I've had that has not liked it. And she sent me this message like, make sure your protein shake is okay. And I'm like, yeah, we like sell one of the best things on the market. The article you're talking about is that shit that you buy for $20 at the store. So I wrote that back, but I'm like, she posted that or emailed me personally after I made my post. So I started to be like, oh my God, I'm doing this terribly. No joke, I'm crying on my husband's lap, and a close friend of mine who I did my master's work with in San Diego State just messaged me, and he's like, Lindsay, I need your help, and I need to do the 21-day fix. And my person that I'm scared of are the academics out there that I'm friends with, my academic friends who are judging me and my like whatever. And those are the people that I was like, no, they're gonna think I'm X, Y, and Z, and fill it in. And he messaged me. He's the most active person in my group right now. He's the only guy I've ever had in my group. And he's a PhD at University of Washington. He's like writing a book. And like, I was so scared of these people who are like judging me, and they want my help. Like they want our help, and they're coming to you. And so when I was like, I'm still doing the right thing, even though that post was out there, he still messaged me. So and then from there, I literally had the best week I've ever had. No joke. Last week, I'm going to have the highest paycheck I've ever had this on Thursday. And so, and it was just like, oh wait, yeah, thanks. So it's like you hit that, you kind of, it's funny, like what was the worst day, like ends up being a day that had to happen because it was me testing whether or not like I really am doing this. And once I was like, no, I'm doing this, then it changes things. And I know they've said it a million times, but when you experience it, it is really powerful. So I will refer to that as like a big turning point in like my business and where I plan on going with it, because I hit that low. So like, I think these lows are telling us something, right? Like what affects us and what hurts us is telling us a message, right? It's testing us to see like if we really want to do it. And so we've all been through some tough things. And if you're going through one now or you feel like you're failing or something like that, just realize like, if you really want to stay with it, you have the ability to stay with it. This will be your,
right.
Reference point. So anyways, I wanted to share that because it made me think about that when you were sharing. So my quote, my quote is a little related to that. So it's a quote that I have next to my desk, and it isn't, it's related to Beachbody, but it's more about, I don't know, self-love. So it's by Brene Brown, one of my favorites. No matter how much I get done or is left undone, at the end of the day, I am enough. So it's a good quote because especially with this kind of stuff, like, so you didn't get that last lead. You forgot to do the thing you said you were going to do. Whatever you did today was enough, and is what you needed to get done today. So tomorrow's a new day, and you will be enough tomorrow as well. Yay.
Awesome.
I guess that's it.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it. Until next time.
Until next time.
Huh?
Nothing. I was just repeating you. Until next time. I feel like there should be send out music or something.
Hopefully, we need to try and have these more often. So we'll shoot for next week. All right. Hope you all are having a good night.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't. Oh my God.